Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Wednesday, December 4th, 2019. We're here in the middle of this forest, and so I think it's a wise and good idea to better get going before some evil guys approach us and shoot at us or try to punch us or even try to explode right next to us, which would be the worst case scenario. So yeah, let's continue on with the expedition and hopefully complete this map today. This would be awesome. Oh dear. Speaking of angry and nasty guys. No, I don't want your things. Please leave me alone. Don't look at the Enderman. Ugh. So many obstacles. So many dangerous obstacles here. Yeah, Wednesday. Why Wednesday? I don't know why Wednesday. It feels weird. It feels really weird. Thanks to this super special Monday episode, it feels like as if I have just recorded an episode of the coffee break, and yes, that's true, I just recorded an episode of the coffee break. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but it's also fine because there are so many things to talk about, so many things to discuss, and so it's nice. It's nice to be back again here. I'm still a little bit unsure. Maybe we have to take a break from the expedition in 2 to 3 episodes or so that we have enough time to get back home and to decorate the trees and get ready for Christmas, because that's a tradition. That's the coffee break tradition, and we can't just spend our time out here without doing this ceremony. This would be bad. This would be very bad. So yeah, maybe we just have to return home and continue with the expedition in the next year or so. Oh dear, time is weird. Time is really a weird thing. The week this far is okay-ish, more or less. So yeah, as I discussed last time, this weird Christmas party is coming up, and we have to come up with some presents, unfortunately. Thing we are opted out on, but well, that's the thing we have to do. So I ordered glass from Amazon, a wine glass from Amazon, and it's a quite fitting wine glass because it has some markings on it that indicate the wine level, but it's not indicated in liters or whatever. No, it's measured in how good your day was. So basically, if you had a good day, you need a small amount of wine. If it was an average day or so, just normal glass of wine. But when it was really a bad or catastrophic day, then you need to fill the glass almost completely or so. So that's, at least I found it hilarious, because I can fully relate to the situation after so many years of being a PhD candidate and still being a PhD candidate, because this stupid defense thingy is still taking some time and it won't take place this year, I guess. So yeah, there's that indeed. But yeah, so this thing arrived. Also, a different thing arrived at work. Stuffed animal arrived. Not only a stuffed animal, but a stuffed frog animal arrived. So this thing is hilarious. Currently, it resides at the university and is keeping someone some company. So that's good. Cheering her up, helping her to finish her thesis right now, so this is good, this is nice, but at some point this poor frog will be cut open because I ordered this thing for a project in my seminar, and this students group, they like to develop an augmented reality application that basically allows you to cut open a frog and to, well, learn about the biology of a frog and all the innards of and organs of the frog. So that's kind of cool because those kind of things aren't allowed anymore. So they still want, but seeing the frog and how the frog really is, well, how the frog biologically works and so on is quite important. So I think this is really a cool project. But yeah, the poor frog will be cut open, and I'm not quite sure. Their current idea is to basically add a zipper to the frog so that you can open the frog when you need it, and in there will be some targets you can scan with your smartphone or your tablet, and then you can learn more about the organs of the frog. So that's really a cool project, and it's also a large frog. I think it has a length of 45 centimeters, so it's really a significant frog. And it was quite hilarious to walk with this frog through the hallway and to just show off this thing. So yeah, that's research, that's science. And I'm actually getting paid for this craziness. Oh dear, science is hilarious sometimes. And speaking of science sometimes also causes a lot of work, because we had this deadline for this conference, papers have been submitted, everything is fine. So thought, hey, now it's time to relax a bit. But no, the conference discovered me as a potential reviewer, and right now I do have 7 different papers to review until January 5th. So yay. Oh dear, this is. I finished reviewing one paper, I read a second paper, so I'm on a good way to hopefully get it done, but still it's plenty of work. It's a lot of work reviewing papers. It can be work because they are bad and you have to write so many suggestions for improvements and provide some reasons why you reject the paper. Could be good, but also a little bit questionable, and then you ask yourself, is this really a thing they propose, or is it just an attempt of getting something cool out? But one thing I'm still missing is a paper where I would just say, hey, this thing is awesome, this thing is great, I will just accept it as it is, and it's awesome. So I hope one of those 7 papers falls into this category, because this would be a first. This would be, oh dear, so many angry guys. This would be really, really amazing when I finally can just accept a paper without writing so much, without providing so many reasons and clarifications for things that weren't good. So yeah, this happened. And this brings us to today. So yeah, many things have happened, and I am just questioning myself, why time? Why so quickly? So yeah, that's basically it. The good thing is, I do have plenty of questions from you, so there are plenty of things to talk about, and that's kind of cool. It's really cool. Let's just start with the first question, because I'm a little bit out of content, because, well, we just had an episode of the coffee break, so let's discuss some other things. And Matthew is asking, do you decorate your home for Christmas? Just a tiny bit, but it's difficult to answer that question. Well, it's not so difficult to answer that question, because my personal home, the apartment I'm living in right now, I do have an advent calendar. I received it from my parents. This was super nice. It's an advent calendar you can fill with things you like. So it's basically just 24 little socks attached to a string, and well, you can fill those socks, and so every day I can, yeah, look into one of those socks and get something delicious. So this is cool. That's pretty nice, and I was super happy as I found this in the packet my parents sent me. So this was cool. This was really nice, and this thing is now hanging around in my apartment. I do have some smaller Christmas cards I will put somewhere, I guess, but I'm afraid that's about it. I think that's all Christmas decoration that will be here, unless someone else shows up and says, hey, I decorate your apartment for you or so. Then I might have more Christmas decoration here, but aside from this, I don't think that there will be so many things here. It's also a little bit of a reason because I'm rarely here. I mean, sure, I'm here on the after work in the evening or so, but even then, some days I'm going out to meet with some friends or so, or over the weekend I'm away, and in the end I'm not really here, so I don't really enjoy it that much. However, on the other hand, since I will be spending Christmas with my parents, there we will, or well, my parents already have decorated their home, so I was there, and I mean, I enjoyed the first advent at my parents', at least the morning and the afternoon of it. And yes, they decorated the home. They put some lights into the windows. They have one of those advent wreaths with some candles on it. So each advent you light up another candle. All the stuff, and of course we will have a Christmas tree coming up for Christmas itself. So yeah, we will have some decoration. But here in my apartment, I just think it would be wasted a little bit. And yeah, Christmas is always a little bit of a tough time. I mean, I enjoy Christmas, but on the other hand, well, Christmas don't make me sad in this way, but I always realize, I mean, I started to tease it a little bit a couple of episodes ago. I start to realize, hey, the year is coming to an end, and most of the time, especially this year again, I mean, I talked about my personal hopes for this year, and I realized that, okay, nothing of this became reality thus far. So okay, where do I need to go now? Do we need to go left or right? I mean, do I need to just start the next map over there, or do I need to go in this direction to the other side of the map? I'm confused. This is bad. It's very bad. It's the map 110. What is this? Map 115. What do I see on this map? Aha. Oh, this is the second map already? I guess this is the second map, so I think I need to go this way. We are in the third map already? Yes, we are starting the third map then. That's kind of cool. But also a little bit concerning because we are a little bit encumbered. I think we have to say goodbye to the sandstone. I like to keep the sandstone. I think we have to say goodbye to the rabbit hide. Sorry, Mr. Rabbit guy. Yeah, so I don't know. I find Christmas difficult most of the time, and I think it mostly disconnected with my personal situation I'm in, that I'm not yet really happy with my current situation, so to say. And map 116. All right. Yes, that's a new map. Okay. So we have to exchange those maps. Very nice. We have to do this. No, we have to change the scale of the map. So let's put that there. Put the map here and start to do this. Yeah, mostly I think my main problem with Christmas and all, I mean, it's what on the other one hand I really enjoy about Christmas, like, okay, spending time with your family and so on. On the other hand, I always realize at Christmas, especially at Christmas again, that, hey, I'm still alone. I'm just here by myself. And so, yeah, I don't know. Christmas is weird. Christmas is weird for me. But anyway, this was a long detour. It was a very long detour about me, my Christmas decorations, and all the other weird things going on in my life. Let's move on. Let's move on to a different question. I mean, I fully answered the question, I guess. Okay, this is a cool thing. I still feel a little bit bad because Matthew really answered or wrote so many comments over the last few days, and I wasn't able to really answer or reply to all his comments. But he wrote a lengthy comments, and I think there's some potential for further discussions in this comment about this question I asked about. How much could you actually learn about me, or, well, in this special case about me, or any other YouTuber who has such a series, but in this case what was really about me and my coffee break here. How much can you learn about me when you just watch all those videos, and if this would create some kind of imbalance in the relationship between two people who also know each other in reality, but basically just start to get to know each other or so. And yeah, Matthew agrees with my initial thoughts that it would create some kind of imbalance. And he says, I feel like I know at least some things about you. Maybe not fully, but at least at some degree. I hope what I say is not weird. No, it's not weird. I mean, I totally assume that you know a lot of things about me, and maybe you know even more about me than I know about myself, because this guy's now having a bad day. Creeper. Because, I mean, maybe I say things and you can better interpret those things, or can have a different approach, understanding of those things, or you find a pattern I haven't observed or so. So yes, it's not weird that you would maybe potentially even know more about me than I would know about myself. he goes on, I feel like you might know some things about me, but maybe not as much as I do. That's why I try to present some info about me. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yes, I know a few things about you, and that's really cool that you provide those details in your comments from time to time. That's really interesting and really cool to learn more about you or to learn more about my viewers. But yeah, I mean, I'm totally fine with this, I would say, because that's how media works. And Matthew brought up a different and very good argument I was also thinking about as I started this discussion a couple of episodes ago. Now, maybe I should just... Hello, Z! Some psychologists study parasocial relationships, unidirectional relations between media figures, for example, YouTubers, and some people in their audience. People seem to develop attachment to these figures, even if they do not know them personally. The relation is unidirectional. Individuals see them as close, sometimes even as friend-like. And yes, I wanted to refer to this kind of phenomenon that, especially in media or any person that is somehow in the attention of public, they are often, sometimes when they reveal some details about themselves or so. Okay, I guess we are producing some new terrain. Minecraft, please. They do have the feeling that they know so much about a certain person, about someone, without, and they as Matthew wrote, they even experience some kind of, or they perceive some kind of friendship, although the other person, well, the person that is present in media or in the public attention or so, does not know anything about this person. And while this is a well-observed phenomenon and well-discussed phenomenon, I think it's a little bit weird when it really comes to the point that you start to develop an understanding or to get to know each other in reality at the same time, or maybe a little bit afterwards. So after some time has elapsed and someone knows, someone knows more about someone else just by enjoying some media or some other coverage about this person. So I don't know. I just don't know. But it's really interesting to that you agree with me and that you think, hey, this might be true. This might be really a thing. And so yeah, that's just a cool thing I wanted to discuss again. I wanted to bring back to continue on with this discussion maybe, and to really, well, the next big question would be, how can I as a YouTuber behave in the best way? I mean, giving access to my YouTube channel to someone I just start to know probably is not the best idea, I guess. Ah, dear. All right. We are at the end of this episode. This thought just twists my brain. So I would say we will end off this episode and continue next time. I hope you enjoyed this episode and hope you will be joining me next time. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you.